me about the dream you had about the virus, about the White House, about the staff.
Well, I had a dream on March the 30th where I was sitting in a press conference in the dream with Mike Pence, Donald Trump, and Dr. Anthony Fauci. And I was sitting in the front. Trump was giving a very hopeful, encouraging word over the nation. And suddenly, Dr. Fauci turned into a big rat on the stage, and I was stunned in the dream, and I ran around to the side of the stage, and to my amazement, there was a group of business-looking men. Many of them were not American, and they were handing money to him. And God began to speak to me. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning on 3:30, March 30th. And God immediately began to speak to me and say that there is a plot right now to make Donald Trump a political puppet rather than the prophetic anointing that God has given him. There's a plot here, I believe, and God began to talk to me about time frames and timetables being stretched longer than they need to be. And, you know, we know that Donald Trump made a decree, and he said that he believed that by Easter, around resurrection, that the churches would be full.
And the person that's imposing this policy right now on all of the citizens of this country is a gentleman by the name of Anthony Fauci. And I want to use this graphic to really talk about him. And those of you, by the way, on Instagram, you can follow this on Twitter or Facebook or YouTube, or we'll be putting the video up. But this picture pretty much captures what this individual is about. He is not Anthony Fauci, an individual. He actually represents, he's a face of multiple entities. In this case, I have at least about 7 of them who work together. The CDC, the WHO. We know the former head of the WHO was out of the Communist Party of China. The current person, Tedros, is extremely closely aligned with them. We have the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative. We have the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. We have the Clinton Global Initiative, and we have Big Pharma. If you look at the 3 over here on the bottom, Chan Zuckerberg, Bill and Melinda Gates, and Clinton Global Initiative, these people are extremely, extremely tight with pharma. In particular, they know, as I've shared over and over again, that the pharmaceutical industry, when it comes to pharmaceutical drugs, which are synthetic compounds that they have to go through a whole regulatory process, are actually failing. Year over year, pharma's investing more and more in R&D, and they're finding less and less new they're getting less and less new allowances by the FDA. Even the FDA, which has a revolving door with Big Pharma, is recognizing that these drugs have major side effects, so they're getting less and less new allowances. He has not used his podium on primetime TV to tell Americans that is why what he's doing is criminal. What is he waiting for? What is Fauci waiting for? Is he waiting for his buddies over here at all of these organizations, let's go back here, to get all set where they can control all of us? What is he waiting for? What is Fauci waiting for? Is he waiting for a point where we are all so in fear, that we are so drained, being cooped up in our homes, that we say, okay, whatever, do whatever you want to me. Give me all the vaccines, Fauci. Great. Put a chip in me. Great. Do it. Let Bill Gates run this country. Let Chan Zuckerberg and the Clinton Global Initiative. Is that what this is about? Because what I'm trying to tell everyone is next year, this time, what Mr. Fauci's laying pipe for is, yes, motor vehicles. Where's your vaccine card? Where's your vaccine card before you can go into the gym? And what that will do is it will create an enormous power for all of these people here. All of these people, it's not the United States government anymore. It is a external unit, where it serves and profits. All of those entities is who will be running our lives. That's what we're talking about. This is no longer something that's, deep state conspiracy theory. We're talking about something extremely real. And it's being driven by one individual who is not telling the truth. who's not telling the truth. He's not telling you that your immune system is strong. He's not telling you that your immune system needs vitamin D. You give your immune system vitamin D, and your body will create cathelicidins, which is an antimicrobial, and it helps destroy these microbes by disrupting their membrane. He's not talking about that. He's not talking about vitamin A. Again, these are pennies for all of us to use right now to end this shutdown and get back to work. He's not talking about that. Why is he not talking about that? Is he stupid? Or is he knows this and he's waiting for his buddies to push the vaccine, the big pharma agenda? What is going on? Friends, we need to get rid of this guy. He's been in there way too long. He's been in there 40 years, and he's supported by all of these people. This is not anything that's accidental. He's been in there, and he's got, by the way, Hollywood behind him too, okay? All the Hollywood, a lot of stupid people there. They all want to be part of the AIDS movement or Live AIDS. They get to sell their records, and this guy Fauci has had close association with all of them. And by the way, let me also make a point here. The Chinese government owns most of Hollywood now. They bought all of AMC theaters. The biggest warlord of the Communist Party bought all of the AMC theaters. So you have all of the AMC theaters, which is culture being controlled. Most of the Hollywood stars kowtow to China. You will not see any movie critical of China. This is not accidental. You have the Harvard School of Public Health owned by China. You have most of the major universities are owned, and you have Fauci, who basically controls probably 95% of the academics in the biological sciences. That's why not one scientist at any of the major institutions has called him out on this, his fear-mongering. Think about it. We have China controlling major assets in this country. We have China controlling most of the financial assets, and with this downturn, they can control more. You also have China controlling public policy through people like Fauci.
Thanks for watching this YouTube video. Go ahead and click the button down here, the red subscribe button, turn it to gray, and check out the link in the description of this video for a free product today. God bless you.